Hello and welcome to another Grand Arena Championship. I'm Heathen13 and this is Season 24, Week 1, Round 2. So we've got the new GAC format, but I didn't really see much of a change in Round 1 in terms of the type of opponent I was matched up against. And while on the whole, I think most of my matches will start getting harder and harder as the skill rating starts to even out, this second round, I actually think I'm benefiting from the new matchmaking and getting an even easier matchup than I normally would. My opponent's name is Wanna Kill Ya. So let's look at the matchup. Alright, the hotbot overview shows that I have virtually all of the green on my side. Let's take a look and see how big of a mismatch this really is. Zooming in on the stats, and you can see my opponent had 550,000 lifetime banners in the old method. In round 1, I got a 1734 and he got an 885, so he did not full clear in round 1. When we look at the offensive wins, he's got about a third as much as I do, and same thing for defense. Although the ratio of defense to wins is about 43%, so definitely skewing towards defense. And that makes sense in that he only has 33 lifetime clears. Comparing our roster, and there is the GP, 6.7 million for both of us. But then when you look at our matchup GP from the old system, I'm at 2.1 for my top 80 and he's at 1.97. I don't think we would have been matched up under the old system. I've got 7 more Zetas applied. I've got 30 more speed on average than he does, 17 more Gear 13s. Just from a roster standpoint, I've got a big advantage. Looking at mods, and I've got more than double the 6-stop mods than he does, and a whole lot more mods with high-speed secondaries. Checking in on our relics, he only has about 2/3 of the total relic levels that I do. And the most glaring of all of the advantages that I have is I have 2 Galactic Legends and he has none. Finally, checking out ships, and we are all even here. Neither of us have the Executor yet. So, what does he have? What do I need to worry about? Let's take a quick look at his roster. He's running gas in his arena because he has no Galactic Legends. And his gas team is solid. He's also got a Grievous team. He's got Vader. He's got Relic Up Geos. He's got a Darth Revan squad. He's got a decent Padme team. So he has a lot of the core teams that you want to have when you're building up your roster base, but he doesn't have any Galactic Legends, which just puts him at a huge disadvantage. Now, it is the middle round of the week, which means I get to wait till the morning to do my attacks. Don't have to do them in the middle of the night. We've got 3 hours left in the attack phase. I don't think my opponent has gone yet. No, he has not. But I set a defense in which he's not likely to clear much anyway. Down here at the bottom, I did put my Jedi Master Luke along with a Dooku team and my leftover Rebels and First Order. Neither of those teams are good, but there's tons of relics there, so I'm going to throw them on defense. And up top, this round, it's Darth Revan and Grievous with Bam and the Geos. Hasn't touched any of those as well. I kept the same terrible backline as I did last round because I don't expect him to beat my Galactic Legend without one of his own. And because I'm not sure he'll get through the top, again, Rebels and Empire here on the ships. Now, I was expecting a tough defense from him because that's what he does, and he didn't disappoint, at least on the bottom. Up top, the only good team here is Jedi Knight Revan. He's got poorly geared First Order, poorly geared Night Sisters, and a really poorly geared Scoundrel squad. On the bottom is where he put all of his good stuff. Here's his Grievous team, his Geos, his Gas, and his Padme. So, I just need to work through the bottom here, and I will get the win. And while all these teams are tough, I have a counter for all of them. I've got backups for all of them. It shouldn't be a problem. Even if I drop a battle here, I should be able to clear without an issue. So let's go ahead and do that. We will jump in with the sketchiest fight, which is our gas mirror match. I do have other options. And maybe this is a bad choice. Maybe I should be doing gas against Padme. But I really, really love taking CLS against Padme. So I figured CLS can have Padme and I'll suffer through a mirror match here. Maybe a poor choice. Certainly not going to be a good banner win. But I am faster, so we'll work on getting his Skywalker down. I also have the relic advantage, at least on gas. I'm going to hold off on the grenades there. We'll just get armor shred up. And he's going to be able to clear that with Rex. All of that confusion, but we'll get him to kneel first and start working on his 5s. His 5 is relic 5, so I have to be careful here. My gas might kill one of his other clones with a counterattack. And it looks like I'm not going to get him down on the first go around here. Yeah, bummer. Right, we're going to sacrifice here in a moment. Yep, there's our sacrifice. We've got the super clones, so just fine. Just keep plugging away. We should make him sit down here in a moment. Go ahead and throw the grenade. Alright, so he's down. There goes his 5s. No super clones for you. No Rexecute for Rex. We should be able to get Echo down here before gas stands up. So, not great banners for sure. But that's an expectation you always have with a gas mirror match. The key here was just making sure we won, and looks like that's going to happen no problem. Now that 68 really was a 58. That was the plus 10 for my first battle. So we will go in against Padme with CLS. And put a hit over on Anakin, stun him. We're going to go ahead and switch stances, even though I don't usually do that, just to get the turn meter going. And we're just going to keep going after. We're pouring everything into General Kenobi here until we get big hits like this from Han. We'll do that. And we'll keep hitting GK until we get AoEs or big hits. So we'll put a big hit into Padme. Back onto GK. Get our AoEs. Get our AoEs. We'll just keep building up turn meter. Keep getting the turns. Got rid of the taunt there, so we'll wait for a big hit from Han. There it is. Got rid of Padme, and now it is over. No more Padme. No more protection. And the team falls apart, and we get a 65. And that was why I wanted to do that counter and not use them on gas. It just makes that Padme squad that is normally pretty tough so easy. Alright, a little worried about this team here. This Geo squad is definitely tough. We're going with this squad. We're pulling Watt off of it though. And what am I putting on there instead? Oh, you know what? Let's put Mara Jade on there. She will probably die. It's probably stupid, but New toys, want to use them. Even though she's not well geared, she's only 3 stars. We'll go ahead and do that. Merciless. And let's see if we can get Spy out right from the get-go. Nice. See if we can get some ability blocks on Poggle. Nope, didn't happen. Oh, meant to do that the other way around. I should have hit Soldier and then Force Crush on Sunfax so he didn't counterattack me. And a throw on Geo. I don't think this is going to kill him. Oh, it did. Alright, well, this is going to go way easier than I thought. Let's pull away their turn meter. And we're stuck here until Thrawn gets a fracture on the Brute. Or until we do that. Let's give it to Mara Jade just because, you know, want to do her stuff. At that low sword scar, she's not really going to do anything, but at least I got to see the animations in game. It's fun. And we'll wrap this up. So I was actually a little worried about this squad of Geos, but it turned out to be nothing to worry about. Alright, we've got this Grievous squad. It is Relic 7. It is modded really well too, with like 157,000 health. But we're going to go ahead and do a solo with SLKR. See if we can work that down. It does have Watt in there. I don't actually know if Watt matters. Maybe it does. I'm not sure. But I'm just going to come in here and basic for a bit. Get my stacks up and all that. And when the time is right, I will start doing the pokey pokes, but for now, we'll just build it up a bit. And we will just withstand all of this stuff. A lot of attacks they're getting. Alright, I think I'm gonna poke before they can get all of the techs out. We're only at 80. But we've almost got Magna down. There we go, Magna's gone. We'll go after Watt. Watt's going to bring Magna back. Oh, there it is. But he doesn't have the tech on him. We'll poke Watt. There we go. Now Watt's gone. Can't bring anybody else back. We'll have to deal with the tank, or the taunt a little bit from Magna again. And we're almost to the ultimate. They still haven't really damaged me at all. Poking B2. Let's start focusing on B1. And let's just ultimate. Talk about a luxury to be able to have saved SLKR just for a Grievous solo. Otherwise, this Grievous would have been pretty tough, whether I took my Padme or my Jedi Knight Revan. But as it is, I get to end with basically full health and protection. And let's see what he put in the back. I'm not sure what to expect. He tends to put one really tough zone to try and, you know, play half the board. And that's what he did this time too. So let's go back up to the top and let's clear through that. Their only tough team here is the Jedi Knight Revan, so let us take that out. We will use Padme. And my Padme team has Cat on it, so we'll just keep the whole crew together. And I guess we'll just go straight after Revan. There's the sacrifice already. So now we will go after Jolie. There's no tank on his team, so we can just focus down Jolie. Let's spin that up, why not? And dogpile on Jolie. So he's gone. Now we can focus down, I guess, Yoda? Insta-kill Yoda. Missed the big kick, that's a bummer. Alright, so now I am left with a bunch of teams that my teams are, it's too much. I've got too, my advantage is too big here, and I feel a little bad for my opponent because he is stuck with me, but I know the shoe is going to be on the other foot a lot, where I'm going to be the one that is up against somebody with the advantage. In fact, my next opponent, assuming everything goes as I expect it to, is somebody with 3 GLs and Executor compared to my 2 GLs and no Executor. So I have a feeling that next round is going to be really tough. Now, the one thing that I need to make sure I'm doing going forward is really not focusing on banners as much and just focusing on the win. I have this mindset still of trying to get solos and undersizes and winning as big as possible so that I'm as highly ranked as possible. And the reality is that doesn't matter anymore. Just getting the win is what's important. So I'm gonna have to really start playing, one half of the board type of matches against people who have advantages on me, and which honestly I think that's what this opponent tried to do. They essentially tried to put some of their best teams down there on the bottom and hope that they could stop me from clearing. But it just wasn't realistic based on the disparity in our rosters. Alright, against these Night Sisters, we are going to go a little old school and do some first order shenanigans. We'll bring all of them, but we will put in Watt. And again, basically overkilling all these squads. There's not any reason for me to take risks for undersizing or anything like that, because all I need is to win. Let's go ahead and let's pile on. Sure, let's get rid of zombie. Get the turn meter going. We'll go ahead and stun Daka, so not Daka, Talzin, so she can't do the plague. But after saying that, yeah, they're just so frail that red is just murdering them. I should have put the weapon stack on Sith Trooper instead of on Kylo, because Sith Trooper is assisting on everybody. Kylo barely gets an attack. And there it goes. So, well, Kylo, you can have one attack. I lost a fair amount of banners on that. That was a bit of a bummer. Against the Scoundrels, we're gonna go Jedi Knight Revan. I kept too much for offense again, but I don't regret that, because I knew that he wasn't going to be able to clear my Galactic Legend. So putting kind of junk in the back, not complete garbage, mind you, but junk in the back, was always kind of the plan. And that just kind of frees up the amount of teams I had. Against stronger opponents, I'm definitely going to have to balance out what I'm using on defense and put a few more tough teams on defense, and I'll have a little less for offense, and it's just going to be a matter of can all of my counters work. Now let's see what he put for ships. And we've got a negotiator and a Radis. But that particular negotiator build is something that I like to geo. So we'll go through with that. I'm not even bringing... Oh, you know what? Don't be foolish. Let's bring one more reinforcement. Oh, I've got it. So let's just bring Houndstooth. Just in case things go badly. But with this setup, it allows me to get off the buzz droids on Anakin right away. Usually, with this setup, I don't even need to bring in a reinforcement when I'm doing it in arena. Get this done on him. We'll target Anakin, and because I have 2 droids out there, they will both assist. Now Anakin is really low on health, and we can just focus there. We can even put our buzz droids up because it's not Houndstooth, and we're gonna go ahead and do spy. If I would have done a little more damage to Anakin, we would have got rid of that buff, but we didn't, so that's a bit of a bummer. And now it went on to 5s anyway, so there he lost it. But on my next turn, I will be able to knock him down. So this is going to go nice and smoothly. We did lose Sunfact. A little bit of a bummer. We will... Yeah, we'll do that and bring out another droid. Now just getting through Clone Sergeant. I hate when I get a dodge when I'm trying to put up buzz droids. It just feels like the biggest waste ever. Let's put a big hit. We'll save the big hit for Ahsoka. And I'm not going to put buzz droids on her because she's just going to spin him up into Retribution. We'll just wait on Spy's big hit here. Actually, we'll put it now. Her turn meter is low enough that I can afford to do that. And why won't it call my... Alright, come on. Let's try and call it. There we go. That was so weird. Ever since the last update, I feel like it's been more and more buggy. So a 65 on ships nowadays is not very good. But it's down in 1. It's really all that matters here. We'll bring our own set against this Radis. And let's target Rey. Almost got him. Let's put buff immunity on Houndstooth so he can't taunt. Clear those buffs from Poe. He got some right back, and now he started taunting. Bummer. Let's do this to get rid of all the target lock and to get some turn meter. And it will just take me a little bit to get through good old Houndstooth. In the meantime, ooh, Sith Bomber, huh? Interesting. I don't know if that's a, like, I'm clever and an interesting thing, or if it's just I don't know what other ships to put as reinforcements for the Radis because the Radis just doesn't have enough ships. Could be either one. I would love it if they would, put 2 or 3 more ships out for some of these other fleets. Finalizer could use a couple more. Radis could definitely use a couple more. And Radis is the easiest one. In episode 7, they literally had a bomber that could have been, they could have made it for the tank. All right. So there we go. 75, that's more like it. And back to the back we go. We are gonna attempt to take these guys out with Bad Batch. So we might be punching a little bit above our weight here with my Bad Batch. You can see most of them are 7 stars. Oh no, 2 of them are 7 stars. 3 of them are gear 10. 2 are gear 9. I'm working on them. Those Chirotechs, man, they need so many of them. And it's just taken me a while. But the reality is I'm faster. I'm going to get out ahead of them. I'm going to stun them all. And then I'm going to start doing some damage. Let's keep them stunned some more. And as long as I stay in front, they are going to start going down. Just keep passing this to Hunter. And Echo is going to continue to assist. Do that. Flex on them a little bit. Steal their buffs again. More AoE. Stun them again. And yeah, I need to get them a little higher because this was a pretty low, not a super geared bounty hunter team, and we were able to outrun them, but a little bit better gear and I could have been in trouble. But man, they're strong. Okay, verse Hera, we will just Wampa this. You have way too much for offense this time. It is such a luxury to be able to bring an entire team in first order with SLKR and then decide to take out one of his strongest teams as a solo and still leave yourself with a whole nother team. And then it's also just not a good idea to put stuff down that you can get soloed. Although I did that too. I put several teams down that if you had the right character modded correctly, you could solo it. So that's just kind of the reality we're living in. At 6.7 million, placing 11 teams and still having 11 teams that are worth using on offense, it's tough. But as I'm seeing here, knowing that they're going to have some lesser teams and that I should be able to use Troopers and Bad Batch, I need to start setting a little tougher defense because here at the end I'm left with quite a few. Ooh, in my head I'm already thinking, oh well, they have bigs, I should be AoE, but they don't have bigs here. So let me just take them out with my AoEs and finish this. Getting close to gear 13 on Dark Trooper. Not quite there yet, but good enough for this one. Alright, and there we have it. A 1738. I don't remember if that was less or more than my last round. Is pretty close regardless. I'm not going to worry about coming back later. My opponent is not going to be able to full clear me. And even if he does, there's no way he's one-shotting everything. So that is the victory. 1738 to whatever my opponent ends up getting. I hope he attacks at least in order to get his 10 banners so that he gets his rewards. If you're not aware of the new changes, if you don't ever attack at all, you don't get any rewards. So hopefully he knows that. Hopefully he attacks at least once. But that is going to be it for this round. I want to say thank you to Wanna Kill Ya for setting a defense and participating. I count myself very fortunate to have gotten favorable matchups these first couple rounds, and I'm looking forward to a really tough match next round. So hopefully you'll be back to see that. I want to say thank you for watching this round, and I hope to see you next time.